Hi, it's Matt from Go Green Auto. So here we have another Voltia van. So this is a Nissan E-NV200 Acenta Rapid Plus, and it is a Voltia XL. Quite a mouthful, but the Voltia vans are basically a standard Nissan E-NV200, and they chop the back off and add that extension on the back, and they chop the roof off and add that extension up there. And that changes the cargo area from 4 cubic metres on the standard vehicle to 8 cubic metres. And the key thing is you can stand up in the back. So the doors, the rear doors anyway, are also extended, and you've got a huge height there that you can stand up, and someone 6.5 foot can still stand up in the back there. And this is a Rapid Plus model. So what that means, the plus bit is the AC charger. So this has got the upgraded 6.6 kilowatt AC charger, whereas the standard they're 3 kilowatt, and the rapid bit means it's got the DC CHAdeMO 50 kilowatt rapid charging. And this one has also got the winter pack. So what that means is down here you've got these 3 switches, you've got 2-stage heated seats on both sides, and you've got a heated steering wheel. And you get a leather heated steering wheel, which is really nice in the winter. And the whole point of that is it reduces your heater use, because obviously the heater uses huge amounts of energy and therefore reduces range. And you've got the preconditioning, so you can use the preconditioning to get the vehicle ready for the morning, and it will melt all the ice off the windows and all that sort of stuff. But then maybe you can then just use the heated seat and the heated wheel to keep you warm and reduce your heating down a little bit, and that preserves energy and therefore increases range in the winter. So this van has got the 24 kilowatt hour battery pack, so a range of somewhere between 80 and 90 miles in the summer. And the battery on this is particularly good. It's still at 99.5%, which is just remarkable for one of these. So the purpose of this video primarily is to describe the condition. And if you've seen my videos before, you'll know I point out every little stone chip mark or scratch I can find. And then that gives people the confidence to buy the vehicle without maybe coming here to view it first. And that's particularly useful if you live a long way away. And then I'll get the vehicle delivered to you. And I can deliver these anywhere in the country, and it will come to you on a flatbed or a trailer and be fully charged and ready to use. So I don't hide anything. There's absolutely no point. I can sometimes come across a bit negative because I'm pointing out silly little things that maybe you wouldn't be bothered with or wouldn't notice yourself. But anyway, at least you know what you're getting. So firstly, tyre tread depths are on the website, and everything I'm going to point out I've taken pictures of, so you can go on the photo gallery in the website and you can zoom right into the pictures and have a good look in detail. Everything I'm going to show you on this is very minor. It's a van at the end of the day, and it has been used, so there's a few little knocks and scratches on it, but generally it's in really nice condition. It's low mileage, it's just turned 3 years old. I've just got to go and get an MOT on it, its first MOT, but yeah, it's all quite minor. So let's walk around. The only thing I've got to point out on this side is there is a little mark on the paint here. I don't know what's dropped on there, probably bird droppings or something, and it has ruined the surface of the paint, but it's the size of my fingertip. It has had sign writing on all the panels, so there's a little bit of paint fade where obviously the paint, you know, all paint fades with the UV light, but where it's protected with the vinyl lettering, that stays a little bit whiter. So in certain lights you can see where the lettering was, but you know, it's only 3 years old, so there hasn't been much fading and it's pretty good. So looking around here, the mirrors are all good, wheel trims are all immaculate. The only thing I need to point out around here, but there's a couple of stone chips there and one down here somewhere, but that was on the plastic bumper, but I've dabbed a bit of touch-up paint and lacquer in there. The bonnet, and it's all good. Oh, there was a scratch down here on the plastic bumper low down, and again a bit of scratching here, but it's all very low down. And then looking round here, there is a tiny little pinprick dent there in the door. I think there was one on this wing somewhere, but in this light I cannot see it, so it's that small, you know, it's just not visible now. All good down this side. There's no scratches or dents apart from that tiny little one in that passenger door. And then round on the back, there's a few dents on these back doors. So the more significant one is just here. There's a little bit of scratching on the back of the bumper. There's a bit of cracking there on the bumper. These have got customised Volta bumpers, and they're not quite so flexible as the original OEM bumpers. And then we've got some small dents on the back door in this corner. and again a little bit of cracking here and a little hole there and a tiny little hole there. Again, it's just where it's such a long vehicle, it's just where it's had a few parking knocks, and the rest of it is really tidy. That's it. We have a reversing camera here, and let's just open it up, and the inside is all clean and tidy. There's a bit of scratching around the wheel arch boxes because they haven't been covered with wood, but yeah, we've got this nicer floor, better than ply, a lot more resistant and doesn't splinter. Panels on the side, we've got the rails along the side, both sides, standard Nissan E-NV200 rails, and the snap-in rings are in the cab, and you've got extra storage up there above the cab, and yeah, all the boards are nice on the doors. It's all in really nice condition. Just say the other thing is these don't have the spare wheel mounted underneath as they do on a normal E-NV200, because that has to go when they do the conversion. So the spare wheel you either chuck up the top there or chuck on the floor, or maybe you could come up with some system of strapping it down. So the spare wheel's in the workshop, it's not currently in here, but it does have a full-size spare with jack and tools under the passenger seat. But the other option you've got is also get rid of the spare and just use a puncture repair kit, the pump and the gunk, like most other vehicles do, and take your chance with that. And then here we have the charge cable, type 1 to type 2, 5 metre 32 amp. That's actually a type 2 to type 2 in the bag there, because I've currently run out of type 1 cables, but one's on its way and will be supplied with the vehicle, and that is what you use to plug into a wall charger, either home or workplace, or any public AC charging post. I can also supply a portable charger, often called a granny cable, and that allows you to charge the vehicle from a normal main socket, and I do a free loan of those. So you buy the cable with the vehicle, keep it for as long as you need to until your wall charger is installed, and then you can return it back if you no longer want to keep it, and I give you a full refund, hence why it's a free loan. But they're very handy things to have, because when you're out on site you can charge anywhere with where there's a main socket, which of course is every single building in the UK, so they're handy things to keep. Right, it's raining now, so let's quickly look on the inside. I'll take my bit of paper there. We've got Nissan rubber mats, the floor underneath is immaculate as well. As with all E-NV200s, they do get wear on the bolsters. That's because the seats are mounted quite high, but not high enough like a Transit where you'd actually use the step and step up into the van, but not low enough that you would lift yourself off when you get out. So consequently you end up dragging your bum across the seat, getting in and out all the time. And this has got a little bit of minor wear there on the fabric, and the foam inside is a little bit squashy on this side than that side, but standard with all E-NV200s. And this one was a delivery vehicle, so very low mileage but a lot of moving in and out, and hence why it's got a bit of wear. But E-NV200s at 30,000 miles, the seats are normally knackered anyway, and you can get replacement foam and covers from this. As I said, this one's all good, just got a little bit of wear on that corner. So let's get out of the rain. Let's start this one up. So we can see there the mileage is 16,012 miles. So as I said, this is a 24 kilowatt hour van. The guessometer there is showing a range of 95 miles. It's not quite fully charged, it's about 97% charged because I have just scanned it. But anyway, we can see here that it's got the upgraded charger, because we've got two charge times, 6 kilowatt and 3 kilowatt. So that shows us we've got the upgraded charger. And if I use the button here, we can scroll through a few menus. We can see there recent driving was at 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour. Our battery, well, it's showing 100% there, it's actually 97% charged. But there's our capacity, 12 out of 12 bars. And as I said, I've scanned the battery, and this battery is at 99.5% state of health, which is quite remarkable for a 3-year-old Nissan E-NV200. So we press the button there and we can return back round to that. So as I said, this has got the heat pack, so got heated seats, heated steering wheel, leather steering wheel as well, audio buttons on the steering wheel, single slot CD, Bluetooth, and climate control with air conditioning. that's about it really. The other thing I'll quickly show you is we've got those 4 lashing hooks that go on those rails at the back. We've got the tow eye down there, we've got the toolkit underneath the seat, and let's just show you paperwork. So we've got the manuals here, including the radio code 1, user manual, a couple of other things. This is missing the service history book though, the service manual, but less important on an electric vehicle of course. And here's the logbook. This has come from the lease company, no previous keeper, so 1 keeper from new. And the registration date is the 29th of the 9th 2017. So all the warranty information is on the website, but basically these have a 5-year warranty on the battery pack and the powertrain. That's all the high voltage components, everything at the front under the bonnet, effectively your charger, inverter and electric motor. So this has just had a service as well, and it is going in for its first MOT next week. So it's had a new cabin filter, it's got new wiper blades on the front, and also had a new 12-volt battery. The original battery was just a little bit low, and obviously we're coming into the worst time of the year, into the winter, so don't take any chances with 12-volt batteries. Don't want that letting the new owner down if it gets clobbered by the first cold frost. So it's a new 12-volt battery, so that's all good for many years to come. So these Voltia vans, there's just none available in the second-hand market yet because they're not old enough. I've had 2 of these in, the other one's already sold, and as you know, new vehicles tend to get financed, usually a minimum of 3 years. Often the vans get financed for 4 or 5 years. So we're not going to see any Voltias around for some time yet because they're still tied up in their initial finance agreements with the first keepers. So if you're interested, give me a call or email. And as I said, I can deliver these anywhere in the country, and it will come to you on a flatbed or a trailer, and it will be fully charged and ready to use.